Alright, this video is no editing. I just saw a YouTube short and I had to talk about it. I've never really done this before. YouTube short for Steven Spielberg's semi-autobiographical movie, The Fableman. That showed up on my For You page, and you are an idiot. Not you, but the person who commented it. They don't get what they're talking about. Made by Samuel King 6631, and yes, I scroll YouTube shorts on my monitor. Love how Spielberg lies about the quality of his early stuff. That's probably reversed now. You can't read that. And they're kind of getting the whole message of the movie wrong. Part of it is, of course, embellishing the truth for cinema and making it better to look at. Because who wants to watch like a movie with no audio control and the characters are this far away? It's like no one wants to watch that. I made a movie recently that I'm still working on editing, and even now I don't think it's good. I watch it, and I made that last year, and I still think, wow, that sucks. It's not to the quality of one of these movies. Everyone who helped me with it was great, but that's my shortcomings as a writer, and not knowing how to pace things when I'm filming. But what is the point of the way Steven Spielberg portrays his early directing, or this character who's based off of him, his early directing? I suppose you could say he's like power scaling himself, so he's like cooler or something. But that's not really what he's doing. What he's doing is he's showing how it feels to make a movie. Have you ever made a movie by yourself? Have you made your first movie? Do you remember what your first film project was? I do. It's not in there. It's a movie. I don't know why I'd have a physical copy. It's actually a stop motion animation. And the stop motion animation was like the Odyssey, but really condensed. And part of making that film for this class that I was in, I had Legos and I took the pictures. How you make a stop motion film? And I watched it on 60 FPS and I was like, I didn't shoot enough for that. Let me turn it down. 30 FPS. It's still going pretty fast. 12 FPS. Yeah, I don't think they'll get what's going on. I put the stop motion down to 1 FPS. My first ever movie that I showed to anyone was a 1 FPS stop motion recreation of the Odyssey. Still probably better than Christopher Nolan's, but this was not by any means a good film. It was not by any means, in any stretch of the imagination, something that I would show now and still be proud of. But what I was proud of was the audience reaction. That movie, which by any objective measure was not good and was not of a high quality, played in class. And it stood there in a closed image for a while. Even I knew how to do dramatic stuff. And then, boom, a horse moves. The horse moves again, and again, and again, and it's coming to life at 1 frame a second, but it's still coming to life. And everyone in that class went, oh my gosh! Maybe not that much, but they were like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. They couldn't believe it. They were turning around, talking to each other. I felt so cool in that moment. And that's how it feels to make your first movie. You don't remember, oh, this is bad, or oh, this sucks. You get that when you love making movies, but you hate what you do. When you love what you do and you love making movies, that's what it feels like. It feels like this. How it felt in the Journeyman, the Fableman. That's it. So yeah, that's the point of why the production of his Boy Scout troop films look so good. It's because that's how it feels to make your first movie. This commenter made me very upset, so I had to record this. My hair's messed up today. It makes me look like I'm like balding. You know, they always say that, but you know, you can see when you're balding, you do this. Look, this right here, that's my natural hairline, okay? It hasn't moved. This isn't cope, it's real.